refinery. This is the first step. After enduring 3 days in Algiers, a sailboat was finally arranged to take him across to the Mediterranean Sea to Gibraltar. Having reached British territory, it was just a matter of reserving a cabin on SS Hortensia, headed for London. I think these are all just these random excerpts from Daniel's escapades and stuff. I think I'm going to use some tinders here. Oh. Is it a memory?
It sure is dark in here.
Yes, and there's a good reason for it. But you can light the lamp now if you wish.
What's the reason? For the darkness, that is.
Stay close. Be careful not to stray.
What's the reason? Why is it so dark?
Pay
Because we're
attention,
underground, Daniel.
It's important that you keep going straight and make sure not to stray.
Alright, keep going straight and don't stray. Let's use the torch. More of the fleshy stuff. Yeah, I can't be using my tinderbox on all of these lanterns. It would be a waste. Whenever I have to pause, I'll use the tinder. Be careful when enemies are near. I keep saying that, but I've only seen an enemy once. Oh, damn. There's one. What's this? Nothing. I'm losing my sanity pretty quick. We gotta take out the torch. Is there nothing for me to light in here? I'm gonna waste all of my oil. Here we go. Oh, but it's still really dark. Get the thing. Get it? Got it. You know what? Sure, let's light this too. Let's make this a safe room. So then I can run back here if an enemy comes, and I won't have to use my torch to stay in the light. Whoa, it's dark.
June 1839. It's been more than a month since my last entry. After the event inside the underground chamber in Algeria, Professor Herbert insisted I return to England. He said he didn't want to risk forfeiting the entire expedition lest I took a turn for the worse. An excessive decision, in retrospect. But I'm glad it turned out that way. I found my journal this morning in the haphazard collection of things brought home from Africa. Next to it lay the broken stone orb wrapped in cloth. I tried to assemble it, but couldn't. The pieces wouldn't fit together, as if they weren't from the same object. Could I have imagined it all? Was there ever a complete orb?
I imagine so. What's this? We picked up laudanum. Use the laudanum to increase your health. To drink it, double-click on its icon inside the inventory. Ooh. Our health is, a few cuts and bruises. Where'd that come from? Well, I'm not going to use it now, right? Because we're fine. That's just a few cuts and bruises. It's not a big deal. Oh no, my lantern ran out of oil. Let's not light this stuff here. This leads back to the main room. There's an enemy around somewhere, but I don't know where he is right now. Blocked from the other side. Well, can we get through here? Oh! Shit, what the... How's our health now? A wound is bleeding quite badly. Well, what do you know? Now we've got to use this. The flesh residue can hurt you when you stand on it. Yeah, it happened a few times. A few cuts and bruises. That did not recover my health very much. But let's not stand on the flesh. What did you call them? Flesh residue? Can't open that. Oh, oil. Yes. How much do we have now? Not that much. I haven't seen anything yet. Please be oil. Nope, it's more tinder stuff. I need oil much more than I need the tinder boxes. I'm surprised. There's got to be something to do in here, right? Oh, we can open up this door. And there's a lever. Is there a torch that I can light nearby? No. Something is clogging the crank and pulley contraption. So let's follow it. The hatch is too heavy to lift by hand. But what could be clogging the pulley contraption? Oh, is it... There's like something there. Let me get it. I can't get a firm grip on it from here. Okay, so let's stand on something then. Like that. Put this away because we're wasting oil. Let me just light another torch. There we go. And... pull it out, come on. Yes. We broke it. And that also restored our sanity a bit, because it was solving a puzzle. And now we've opened this thing. Wow, that room looks dangerous. So, I want to check out the rest of this area before we go down there. We might find some oil or something. No, tinderbox. Whoops, hit myself with the door a bit. That doesn't hurt me, does it? Oh no! We're running out of oil so much. Let's just light this real quick. Alright, what did we find?
25th of June, 1839. I feel the need to continue this journal, even though it was intended for my journey to Africa. This must be something very important. I just know it. I've taken it upon myself to piece the orb back together, but it's been more difficult than one might think. The pieces are behaving strangely. They seem to change color, shape, and texture, but ever so slightly. Yesterday, I took careful measurements and notated any significant markings. Today, I confirmed my suspicions. They were changing. I was terrified and rushed off to see the finest geologist in London, Sir William Smith. I approached the subject with care and we discussed how rocks change form. He told me about the nature of glass, how it eventually collapses on itself, like ice slowly melting over the course of centuries. Smith eased my mind a bit, but I can't escape the feeling that these shards have otherworldly properties.
Whoa. What did you say earlier about having so much oil? Yeah. Things have changed. Drastically. Stay by the light. Alright, let's go. Oh, look at this. We have, like, no oil. I think I might just run through in the dark real quick. Let's just go back to this.
Someone's coming.
Someone's coming? Are you serious? I hope he was just hallucinating there. Alright, there's a lantern that's lit. What? My sanity is dangerously low? How did this happen? What the hell? Did it do that automatically as like a game element thing? I think it did. I think it just reduced my sanity to like nothing on purpose to teach me about what to do when you have low sanity. That'd be my guess. So stay in the light, gotcha. And try to make progress. Does this count as progress? He crashed through the surface. The dark Atlantic waters smothered him as he struggled to make sense of the situation. At least this room is lit. Oh no! No! What be this? Sanity, ... I love that. Is it dark now? Oh, run! Get on the box. What the hell is that? I don't think it can get me here. Alright, where did it go? I don't see it right now. Get up. Oh, thank goodness I made it. It's definitely still there, whatever the hell it is. Strange. What? Oh, it's another one of these ticking contraptions. So I guess... Oh! Oh! Don't panic, don't panic! Oh, it got me. I'm dead. Well, that was quick. Keep out of the water. Yeah, thanks. I panicked, I couldn't get back on the box. Ah! I have this, I do have this, a big issue with that in games. I always panic. Alright, here comes the thing. Oh, stay out of the water. Hang on a second. Okay, so this is going to be difficult because how are we going to stay out of the water and then get around that way? Let's pull the lever again and see what happens here. Usually, what I would expect is that there's another lever that I have to pull. But where? Am I just gonna have to run for it? Run! Oh, this is bad. I'm just gonna run for it. Run! What am I supposed to do here? Where's the other contraption? I found laudanum. Ooh, something just opened. Did you hear that? I don't see it. Maybe it's not gonna be a switch. Maybe I have to... Oh, I know. Shh. Don't tell me. Oh no, shoot, he's gonna get me. Run. I think I just have to pull the thing, pull it, and then run. Alright, here we go. It's probably gonna open the gate, and then I just have to run for it. Go! Oh, please don't catch up to me. It's open! Is it in here with me? Oh, it is. No, wait, that's another one. So we left the other one behind, but now we've got another one in here. Well, this is intense. I wish I knew what it was. The fact that I don't makes this more frightening. Run. Oh, it got me! We got some oil. How's my health? A wound is bleeding pretty badly. Let's use it. Alright, where do we have to go here? Are we losing sanity steadily? Slight headache. I need to get over maybe there. Run. This one's fast. Oh! We can use these to distract it. Okay, it's gonna eat one of these corpse parts, and then I can go over there and turn that wheel. Alright, hang on. Let me get ready. Let's grab this. The torso's probably gonna give me the most time. And let's throw this, like, over there. Go. Oh no, it's not working! Get out. I think I threw it too far. Alright, hang on. Alright, now it's eating it. This is too hard. Alright, now I got it. Now I got it. It's coming. Ah! I didn't know how to turn the wheel. So you have to turn in a circle. I was trying to go sideways. Oh, damn it. Dead flesh can act as a distraction. Thanks. At least I figured that one out. Let's try it again, shall we? Where are we? Oh, this is a good place to start over. Alright. Let's try not to get hurt. Oh, look, we have some dead flesh. Here, enjoy that. Here, look, dead flesh right over there. Run. Now, let's also throw another torso over there. And some more. And some more. And have this as a backup. Let's go. Oh, it's getting me! Why? What the hell? Oh, I didn't pick up the laudanum, too. Alright, hang on. Where did I get that laudanum from? Oh, it was over here. Right? I don't remember. I think I've already screwed this up a bit. Yeah. Let's try it. Go, 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 go. Hurry up. Run! Oh! Get out! Alright, we made it. Whew. Let's jump over here, maybe. Get out! Alright, what's this? A hollow needle. Not sure what we're gonna need that for. Get out. Can I open this? It's locked with a simple lock. Are you kidding me? Just when I thought I was free. Can I see it? No, I can't see shit. Alright. Get over here. Do we have to go back out there? What could I possibly do with a hollow needle? A strong surgical needle. We have a few cuts and bruises and we have a slight headache. Run. It's right behind me. There must be something that we can do with this needle in order to get a key. And I've used up a lot of my flesh, so this is bad. Run. I've got a little bit of flesh right here. Yeah, here's some flesh. Let's save that flesh for now. We've got a pig hanging from the ceiling. I don't know if that's going to be important. We've got a oh, there's a lot of pigs. Alright, hang on. Get out! Get out! Oh, damn it! That was close. How's my health? Oh, he's eating some flesh. Maybe I should be doing something right here. There's nothing to do. I don't see anything to do here. Maybe we can pick the lock with this. We did it. Oh, thank Christ. Something large brushed up against his leg, and he felt himself being dragged along by the current of the beast. He pushed himself above the surface. Help, he cried, as the ocean swallowed him again. The beast. We're still in water. That's not good. How's the sanity doing? A slight headache. I'm ready to run if we see that. Oh, it's coming! Open the door! Open the door! Oh, he got me. It only takes 2. It only takes 2 hits and I'm dead. Block the path and run. Ah. I wonder if maybe when we go through that door, we should, like, close the door again. Alright, let's try this. And then let's close the door. Run. Move the thing. Move it. Oh, he's gonna get me anyway. Run! Run! Where the hell is it? Alright, I don't think he can go through here. Close the door. What the hell? Alright. Close the door. Close it. I don't think that worked. This is back where I started. Oh, he's right freaking there. Run! Daniel! Over the debris. Let's go this way. Alright, close the door. Run. No, this is back where I started again. I don't understand. Let's just go through it anyway. Oh. He felt himself being hoisted out of the ocean. The lacquered hull of SS Hortensia glittered in the soothing, warm yellow light of a setting sun. He turned his head to the calm ocean, reaching towards the coast of Portugal, and thought, is this another dream? I hope I'm where I'm supposed to be right now. Is this where I'm supposed to be? No, I feel like I just went backwards here. Where am I? No, this is new. I can tell because of the ominous music. Yes, this is new. Maybe I'm supposed to be here. And maybe even I'm supposed to go over there. A few cuts and bruises, and our sanity is actually crystal clear, so that's good. This hollow needle now we can use to pick any simple lock. We're really low on oil. I'll just go ahead and refill it a bit. We have plenty of tinder boxes. Oh, there's some legs. I can, like, pat the water. Alright then. Rather than going through the door that we're supposed to go through or something, let's take a look over here. That leads down, so not yet. Guest room. Same place, the study. Nothing over there. Oh, there's an urn. Hang on, let me break the urn just in case. I feel like at some point there's gonna be something in the urns. Whoa, I am very strong. Another memory?
You have an ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
So we have to go down underground through that elevator. I'm not going to take it yet, of course. We have to check the rest of the area. Machine room. My guess is the elevator's not even going to work yet. Alright, let's go check the rooms upstairs first. There's also that hallway that leads down. Quite a few options. Well, you know, 4. Herbert's trunk was wrapped in rope. The lock had been broken by thieves, he assumed. He wondered if anything had been left considering all the hands that had passed. Oh, Herbert. At least this place is lit. I can't open that trunk. Oh, it's dark enough in here that I'm losing sanity. I gotta be careful. I don't want to take out my lantern, though, because... Is there anything I can light in here? Here we go. Awesome. Yeah, running out of oil is a serious concern of mine right now. Whereas I'm finding tinder boxes like candy just everywhere. Let me see if I can get up in here. Oh, this doesn't open. That gets me every time. What about the piano? There's something I can do with the piano. No. Oh, there was a candle set right here. Didn't even realize. Okay. Wait, what's going on? Why am I losing sanity? Look, I'm right next to the light. Just calm down, Daniel. We're still crystal clear, so that didn't degrade it too much. Alright, let me quickly find something to light that's important. Here we go. Major light source. Awesome. Oh, we can look out the window. Nothing. Letter regarding the discovery of an orb. To my most trusted student and friend, Johann Weyer, or Weyer, the most remarkable thing happened as I was traveling through the Prussian woods this summer. I finally found one of the orbs I have been looking for the last 20-odd years. It is as inexplicable as the Heliodromus described in the Hortus Conclusus. It was, as it was told about, an underground Mithraic temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. There's a whole lot of words that are going to take some serious concentration to pronounce, so it's going to be slow reading. It was, as it was told about, an underground Mithraic. Gotcha. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hands, and the texture was smooth and jagged. Its color washed while rich. Contrast is not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibility, an artificial paradox captured within stone. I was staying in a nearby village called Altstadt, investigating one of the antiquated trails, when I finally found the cavern. I went inside, and suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. So there's more than one orb, huh? As you can understand, this is the most important discovery of my life, but it has also become my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetch the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I could sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. So, this beast, somehow connected to the orbs themselves, I guess. Interesting. I made my way to a nearby ravine where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. I tried to warn them as I passed, but fortunately they remained as I continued my escape. When I heard their cry of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. Suddenly, a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal. Black with leaves of cinder, the ground covered in murky water. I pressed on through the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as pain and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air. This certainly must sound strange, but I had been carried miles away from the Alps to a grassy field outside Genoa. The Guardian had taken the orb from me, but still until this day I fear its return. Well, it didn't kill you, so it's not that bad. Sometimes I lay awake at night, listening for the howling cry I heard in the forest. It has been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident. The last time we spoke, you told me about your interest in ongoing research into the mythic orbs, and I realized I owed you the truth about my visit to Alston. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. So we've heard of Heinrich once before in these different journal entries, but I don't quite recall in what context. Man, I have not been finding a lot of oil. Here we go. What? That was weird. Every time that happens, it's just a hit to my sanity. Like, look. Oh, we're still crystal clear, so it wasn't that big of a hit. Ooh. A dog head. Is there anything hidden inside the neck? Nah. Animal experiment. Canis lupus. So that's a wolf. Familiaris. Oh no, Canis lupus familiaris I think is dog. After a short study, it is clear that the agitation found among humans can be found in the dog. Yep. Fear and pain induce stress, which seems to trigger an indigenous response, causing the animal to burst with energy. I believe that the catalyst is produced in the brain. It is difficult to determine exactly where and what it is, but I can sense it. It reeks of cosmic genesis. There is an inherent problem in harvesting this energy, since the creature is bound to die from the exercise. I must refine this process of torture to enable any real work to be done. So this is ridiculous. He's torturing the animals because there's some sort of energy released upon their response to said torture. More experiments must be performed, but it seems that only human beings are able to produce the amount necessary. It might be their ability to appreciate the severity of the process that ultimately augments their experience of terror. Well, okay then. What's this? Oh, just some shears. Taxidermy. The canine jaw. Understanding balance. Understanding locomotion.
Let's see what you have to offer. What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
Yeah, still getting some serious Dracula vibes from this count, from this Baron. Could that be him? Let's cook this apple. No, that doesn't seem to be a thing. Anatomy Frontiers. So this is 1658, January 9. I wonder if that gives us a date on what time frame we're in. Further disappointment. The antiquarian's latest findings yielded nothing. I think an antiquarian has to do with books, like a researcher. I'm still unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books on the subject, but I suspect it will be in vain. Since no research has been made in my particular interest, I must attempt to fill that void myself. Clearly, humans emanate more of the energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice, as they would prove less of a hassle to acquire. That energy that he seeks. Would love to hear some more about that. Whoa. Damn. So, we do know that he eventually moved his experimentation to humans. That's why he had Wilhelm out searching for humans and bringing them back to him. But this is like a room that he used back when he was just working on dogs and such, or whatever it was that he was doing. All right, so that was it, I guess. It's just like a cool little side area to get some more information. There's nothing important in here, I don't think. Let's carry on. Oh, I forgot which way I was going. Was it this way? Oh, there's nothing here. It's a dead end. Okay. Let's run through the dark bits. Oh, it's not that dark. There's candles. So, I think that's all that we can do here. Let's go into the guest room next. Is this another dream? He thought, and screamed at the top of his lungs. Man, loving this music for this main hall. I already missed a way to go. Alright, we'll go back and check it out after this. The thin cold mist brushed his face as he stepped outside. London weather could be cruel, but it was the kind of cruelty... Oh, too late. Another memory.
My journal is gone. What would they want with my journal?
His journal. Maybe we can find his journal in here somewhere.
Of July, 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him.
Oh, Herbert. Ooh, we got a crowbar. So that's good. Another one of these, I guess, was this a mirror or a painting? Either a painting ripped out of its frame or a mirror that is broken. Oh, you can hear some more of these hissing cockroaches. Oh, sorry, I just kind of pulled that right out. Hang on, let's move this so we can get into the drawers a little better. Oh. Elf.
3rd of July, 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
Interesting. Because, yeah, he did see an orb that was complete, and yet he ended up with a bunch of pieces. Which made him think originally, you know, was this really the same orb that I had found? Oh, oil. Thank Christ. Oh, I actually found... Oh, I thought I found something in there. That would have been great. No. Okay, nothing in there. What's this? Just another taxidermy rabbit. The door is stuck due to a broken lock. The lock is broken. Find another way to open the closet door in the guest room. Well, how about the crowbar? Oh, whoops, wrong thing. Inventory. Tab. And then... Got it. Whoa.
The key. Please, let it be here.
Maybe we'll find it. Can I still use this? No, I can't. It broke the crowbar. Although if he was looking for the key, I doubt it would still be here. Nope.
Fourth of July, 1839. It's done. The orb is assembled.
Oh, he did it.
I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces
So
lay
British.
spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange.
Strange indeed. You think the developers broke all the mirrors. The game was released in 2010, so PC hardware wasn't powerful enough to draw the reflection without a performance hit and with enough detail. I see. Just easier for them to just have all the mirrors be broken. And better... Shit. Close the door. Oh, I think it's in here. Oh, damn it. It's gonna break through the door. Alright, everyone shut up. I think the music should tell us once it leaves. kind of wanted to see what it was, too. I think it just left through the main door there. We never did find the key, did we? Hey, maybe he put it... Hang on a second. Can I lift up the shirt, maybe? Hang on. Do any of these have a shirt in it? This one does. I can't take it all the way out. Because that would be good if they hit it, like, under a shirt. Alright, I don't see... Oh! Oh! Here we go.
Thank God, there it is. I guess it is a good place to hide it, then.
Machine room key, look at that. I didn't even know it was locked. Okay, let's go. I think now we'll go... Professor Taylor was the second death caused by this damned curiosity. Probably the orb is what they're talking about. Let's go check out this other place to go in the study. Sir William Smith had been marked. There was no way for him to know that the young man from the other day cast such a terrible shadow. That's such a tiny picture. This room we've checked, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know why I'm getting the sanity fuzzies, because there's light right here. Let's all relax. It was probably, from the sound of it, when you told me about it, Premier, it sounded like it was obvious, so let me just check back on this side. Oh, there's a door right here. Did I miss this? No, I went through here. Maybe it wasn't obvious. Maybe it was, like a secret. I kind of want to throw this into the fire. No, that doesn't work. Oh, you can hear the dogs. It might just be a hallucination, I guess, but... And there definitely wasn't anything over here, was there? We can't move this. Can't go up or anywhere like that way. Huh. Oh, there's something out there. Well, hang on a sec. What if I just throw something at it? Well, there we go. Oh my God. We have to, like, jump our way across? That's cool. Oh, damn. We gotta move. Oh, there's that fleshy stuff starting to form on the trees. Okay, here we go. Oh, one of these. Last time we clicked on this, we got like this big important memory or something. All right, I'll click on that in just a sec. When will it be my turn? Have I not shown restraint? My patience spans centuries. From where I came, mankind has not even wasted a breath, yet I bow to you. I have done so much for you, and I have gained nothing in return. Agrippa, I trusted you. It was I who, in all fairness, should have entered that gate. I don't have these cylinders figured out at all. I don't know who this is. I know who Agrippa is. That's the Herbert guy. The one who found the orb. Other than Daniel, of course. Is this the Baron? The Baron. Alexander talking. That seems most likely. A flow cycle rod. What? Oh, this is to fix the elevator. If the elevator breaks down again, make sure to use the steam engine to build up pressure before channeling it into the machinery. Okay. Adjust the levers to get the right amount of pressure inside the chamber. The meter should read up 8 and down 8. Make sure the flow is set according to the following chart. Trinity stream set functions, 4-phase amplitude, and complete steam flow cycle. Note that the machine will not check proper configuration until all rods are inserted. So all rods, huh? Do we need to find more rods? I suppose so. Open it up. Open it up. Come on, I'm in the dark right now. I don't need to be just dilly-dallying here. Let's just light it. That was probably a waste, but whatever. I would be surprised if there's never anything inside of an urn at one point. Okay, I think that's what we came here to get. Wait. Yeah. So let's get going. Whoa. Let's move. Okay. And then run back here. Agrippa is not Herbert. Okay, thanks. Is that Wilhelm, then? He panted heavily, trying his best to keep himself from screaming. The medicine cabinet had been overturned and lay collapsed on the floor. He reached through the broken glass door and grabbed all the sedatives he could find. Oh no! Why is there... Is that just a torso? Why? We have to find more rods. Storage. This is probably going to be a good place to find it. The strange letter frightened him, but it was also the only one which offered some comfort. Oh, it's going to be dark. Really dark. Wow. I've got a decent amount of oil, but I mean, this is kind of crazy. Let's just light this. What's this say? The darkness in the storage feels strange and unnatural. Let's get rid of this darkness, shall we? A little bit. That's going to be useful. That's strange. Is that... What is that? Probably just some, like, grain or something. We've got a couple different ways that we can go. Hint. Light candles and torches to reduce loss of sanity caused by darkness. No problem. What's in this door here? Oh, it's so dark. Agrippa, Herbert, and Wilhelm, all different people. Okay. Is there something that I can light? Yeah, I think so. Oh no, that's just not, has nothing in it. A drill part. Oh no. Let's let him pass. What's he doing? Is he coming through here? He is coming in here. Shh. This is bad news. Is he gone? Yeah, I think he is gone. Can I open this? No. So I guess the drill part is what I came here for. So we know that that guy's around somewhere. Let's go through here next. Oh, a memory.
Please, let me go. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I just want to go home. No! Get away from me! Leave me alone!
Won't budge. That's good. How much do we have? 16. Wow. We can kind of go a little bit crazy with the tinder. Machine parts. So we're going to have to go around. That's clear. Let's run back to the light over here. And there was a door that couldn't budge, right? I don't think there's anything I can do with that just yet. We'll come back, though, if I think of something. Herbert is the guy you were on expedition with in Algeria. Gotcha. Yeah, because he's the one who found us and got us out and took the orb, apparently. I would like to light some stuff. But, you know, there's not a point to it if it's just gonna light up a tiny little portion of the room. Okay, this place has a candle, so that's good. Some items can be combined. We got a drill part and a handle, so if we combine these... Oh, we need to find all the parts. Let's also go and light this candle. Oil is kind of running low.
What? What is this place?
No, that's not part of it. That's right, items that are important are going to glow, right? Where's this candle? There it is. Ah, we found some oil. And I think that's health, too. Yep. So now we've got 5 oil, 2 laudanum. We're in 19 tinder boxes. We're in very good shape. Aside from the oil, I think we have plenty of the other resources. Is there a door over here? Yes. There we go. Regarding explosive mixture. Oh, wait, what are you saying? Agrippa also found an ore, but it was a different orb at a different place in a different time. Okay. Alexander, I have prepared the explosives you need for clearing the flood drain. I can't stress enough how important it is that the mixture is handled with care. Please try to tell your feather-brained servants this before you go ahead with your plans. The liquids are not by themselves explosive and should be kept separated to avoid further mishaps. I've arranged 2 large vats in the next room for the ingredients. All you need to do is to mix the liquids and you are ready to go. Agrippa. What do you know? Speak of the devil. Wait, where did he say that he left them again? I actually want to take a look at that. Two large vats in the next room. A bunch of bricks. Now, by next room, does he mean over here? Or is it possibly these large barrels? This is probably just wine. All this stuff here. Ooh. Also, so that this doesn't go out, put some more oil in it. So now we can assemble the drill bit for whatever reason. I guess we can open that door that wouldn't budge. Hand drill, a small carpenter's drill. There we go. Let's go back upstairs then. And then head this way. Cannot use the item this way. Darn, so that's not what that's for. Alright, let's get out of here. Well then what is it for? Have I explored everywhere down here? You never know when you might need some bricks. Absolutely. It's tough to say if I've explored everywhere down here, really. It's quite large. I've been there, and there, and there. Is there another room? The valve has rusted shut. Aha. A vessel is needed for the liquid. Oh, shoot. Quick, get the thing. Okay, partially filled pot. So where do we get the rest of it? We have to find another barrel kind of like that one. Here we go. And now we're gonna make this explosive stuff. Yep, there we go. Let's stay by the candle. He's freaking out. Alright, now we'll run through the darkness back upstairs. Hang out by this torch for a sec. How's our sanity? Slight headache, and then we're good on health. So I wonder where we're going to be using this. There was that hallway that was blocked off by a bunch of rubble, but I'm not so sure. Oh, we could blow up the door. Is that what we want to do? Blow up this door? Probably not this. That looks too difficult. No object to use it on. Okay, so this door has nothing to do with that. Don't stand too close. Run! I want to see it, though. Is it gonna go off, or what? I wonder how we're supposed to set it off. Do I throw something at it? That didn't work. Maybe we actually need a brick. I think I need to throw something at this. Here, let's light this so that we don't have to keep using our oil. And then let's go find something to throw. Like maybe this? I missed. Let's pick up the rock again, I guess. Back up. Not too close. Oh, it's getting off. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. Yes. Look at that. Fabulous. How's my oil? Not good. Ooh. That just blew the floor down, too. From that hall up above. The woman crying in the background, I absolutely did notice. It'll become important at some point.
Why are you doing this? Get away from me!
That was the memory. That was it, huh? What is that? There she is again. Let's... Oh! Damn, that scared me. We just heard her die. When I heard those footsteps, I thought something was coming up behind me. Let's not go that... Oh yeah, there's blood. Maybe she was killed up there. There's more blood here. Let me take a look around first. And then let's also check these other side bits here. How much of that do we have? 16. Brick. Some knives and stuff. Oh wow, we can move the pigs. Here we go. Shit! Run away. Let's hide back here. barrel in front. Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming. Maybe I should have blocked the door or something here. Oh, is it coming in here? It's totally gonna see me. My head's poking out. Also, I'm losing my sanity now. I gotta take my torch out. I'm losing sanity. Yeah, a slight headache.
The flicker, the bluish light.
The bluish light. That's a fresh-looking pork. How am I enjoying the game so far? Pretty great. There are some really fun, tense moments, like the water part was really fun and intense. And the puzzles are not difficult, but they are heavily reliant on you noticing things, which I am not very good at. Like, they're not so much difficult puzzles as it is hard to... You have to make sure that you're paying attention to what you can interact with, and then it's all very simple. Here we go. Is there anything else in here? There's just lots of tinder. Alright, there should... was there not a room on this side? I don't think so. So let's just go through here. I'm gonna light this torch. So we have a place to fall back on. Damn it! That's so scary. Put the torch away. We don't need it. Is this like the sacrificial altar? Bunch of flies. If I bump into this, does it make noise? In case of a missing rod, if a full set of 3 rods is unavailable, there is 1 rod in the inner study rooms, which might work in case the elevator breaks down again. We found that. Unless it is absolutely necessary, always use the spare rods in the storage before using a mended one. Okay. So if you come here first, then you'll figure that out. Uh-oh. Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it. There's nowhere to hide back here. Let's see if he comes through the door. I want to stay by the light. If he does come through the door, then I'll just run back behind the barrel. Or the box. The big cog left the bloody trails and slowly rolled into the corner. Oh, wow. So she was, like, crushed with the cog or something. That's crazy. Is he gone? The music is still playing. Alright, I think we're fine. We got the rods. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh, damn it! Run! She wasn't, you were just joking. Oh. Man. Don't like this. He's out there. He's definitely out there. Let's back up so that we can hide if we need to. I like how in the beginning of the game, there was this message about, oh, don't fight the enemies. So what I thought that meant was that you did have a way to fight them, but that it was unwise. But you don't really have a way to fight these guys at all. I mean, obviously, I would never think to fight them. I would definitely run away. I don't have any weapons. I can throw a brick at them. Is that a thing? Can I kill it if I just throw the brick? Yeah, I did notice the blood trail led to the corner where the big cog was. That was weird. Alright, let's see if we can escape. There was like a shadow and it freaked me out. Oh, he's like right there. How am I gonna get past this thing? Alright, what's it doing now? Oh, it's coming this way. Oh, shit! Let's just run. Damn, this sucks. I'm like stuck here. We have to get around him somehow, obviously, but... Like, do I just make a break for it? Do I have to just run past him? And try to make it back to the door? Do I even remember which way to go? After we leave this place, how to get back up? I think it was the left side of that main room. But first we have to run through the hallway where we blew open a hole to get through. Let's just go ahead and light this too. Wait, how many do I have? 20? Yeah, why not? Alright, where is the bugger? Okay, now he's gone. In Penumbra, the earlier game, you had a hammer and a pickaxe that was very clunky to use, but it was possible to use to kill the enemies. So maybe we'll find something like that. I'm gonna run. He might just like pop up around a corner or something. Ow, 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 ow. Rocks. Oh, I heard him. Oh, he's right there. Oh, damn it. This is such BS. Oh my god. Where is he going? Where is he? Can I get up here? I can't. Okay. And those rocks falling down, there had to be something up there, right? Man, the music is loud. That means danger. Where is he? He's going away. If I can keep my eyes on his back, that makes this not so bad. That's where I have to go, right across. Where is this guy? He went down that hall. So let's try and do this quietly. What's that noise that I'm hearing? Are those my footsteps? What is that? Like breathing? Let's just run. Whew! Alright then. He flipped through the Book of Monarchs looking for etchings and counted. 9 different kings from all over Europe have been depicted with an orb resting in their hands. Oh, the place is looking fleshy. There's like some sort of like infection, something weird is going on. I mean, obviously. But this is also, I think, the way of the game's way of blocking paths. Oh, look. There's like blood now.
Don't forget your bag, Daniel.
I won't, Herbert.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shame will hurt much less than dying, I assure you.
Huh. Also, the statue has changed. Now there's like a body here. Really gives you this sense of like you're racing against the corruption before it overtakes you. Okay, so let's go to the machine room. Actually, you know what? It's getting close to the time for me to stop anyway. I think I'll just stop here for today. This is a good point before I get into something in there.